What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Listen, tough loss to them boys tonight. Ugly basketball game. Tough loss to them boys, losing to the Orlando Magic, 124-107. The captain, 30 points for him. 6 assists, 31 points, 6 assists for him. The big cat, 15 points. 12 rebounds, but it was an ugly game, man. Nasty game. Both teams didn't shoot that well. I mean, the Knicks shot 44% for the field. The Magic shot 48%. They shot 36% from three. Knicks shot 30%. But this is a free throw game. The Magic went to the line 10 more times than the Knicks. They shot 33 free throws, 28 for 33. The Knicks were 18 for 23. They got out-rebounded, 49-37. But everything else, guys, the assists, 29-20. Steals were the same, 10-10. Blocks were the same. Turnovers were the same. The Magic got 20 points over turnovers. The Knicks got 17. Points in the paint, 20-19. Fast break points, 20-19. Points in the paint, 50-48. Fouls were 23-25. But the game was won in the second quarter. That's where the Magic really made their push, 32-19. Listen, it's a back-to-back, but still. That second quarter was atrocious. It was really, really bad. And tonight was the first night you were able to see a physical basketball team kind of go after the Knicks, right? And I felt with this game, and the Knicks didn't have it offensively. It's a back-to-back. It happens, right? But my only issue with the physical play is that it's cool to be physical. I grew up playing that way. That's fine. But it felt like they were allowed to push the Knicks around, grab, do a whole bunch of stuff. And then on the other end, the Knicks couldn't really get that. Where have you ever seen it to where Brunson had 5 fouls? Cat had 5 fouls. Mitch had 4 fouls. Like the Knicks couldn't get anything going because every time you turned around, they were getting a foul call. It's a back-to-back. I get it. You know, it happens, man. But what I will say is that you got to salute and give them the credits due. You know, they came out with a game, but it was obvious to me that certain things were being allowed tonight. Physicality. And that's the name of the game. And you had to match that, but it felt like when the Knicks were matching that, the whistle was being blown. And so as a player, that kind of throws you off a bit. Because I'm watching the Magic. The Magic's not a good team. Like, they got decent players. They have a lot of size. But if you let them get physical and they're allowed to play physical, very similar to what Detroit was last year, you allow then they're able to kind of play loose and free. But if it's evenly called, like if you don't give them the reins to let them grab, pull, scratch, do whatever they got to do in order to pull out wins, they're going to struggle in this league. They're a bruising basketball team, not a finesse team. And so, you know, I mean, we know Franz Wagner. I mean, he's tough. He's a great player, man. I mean, we know he's pretty good, right? Paulo went down today. He got a groin injury. Bane had 22. But our wings didn't really give us anything today at all. OG had 8 points. Bridges had 6 points. 28 minutes from him, 34 minutes from OG. We didn't get anything at all from the bench. Well, Josh Hart had 10. Shamet had 11. I thought Shamet was solid. Deuce was okay. Deuce is having too many turnovers, man. Every time he gets the rock in his hand, he starts dribbling. I'm like, yo, Deuce, what are you doing, man? He had 2 back-to-back turnovers. You could tell you got to get the ball out of his hand. I don't want him bringing the ball up because his handle ain't tight. It's just not. He's better come off screens and pulling up. That's it. I don't want him trying to facilitate anything. But hey, man, you gotta give the Magic credit, man. They came out here, they fought, they pulled off a really great victory tonight. I thought, right? They scratched, they clawed. That was the only way they were really gonna get a win like this. This Grover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Tough loss to them boys. 124-107. The captain, 31 points, 6 assists. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss to them boys. 124 to 107. The Big Cat, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Bennett, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with me, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, Bennett, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight and my crew. Kelly Pasha, what's going on, man? Long time no see. Hope all is well. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss to them boys, 124 to 107. The Big Cat, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Tough game, man. Tough game. Tough game tonight. One second, guys. 1 second. What's going on, people? Yo, listen, something just weird. I apologize. It looks like I had to reload here. It looks like. I apologize. Did you guys hear me initially earlier? Did you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you guys heard me. Can you guys hear me? I apologize. Listen, it's been kind of crazy, man. That's a crazy night. Knicks get smoked. It's been a crazy night altogether. So listen, let me start this back over. Appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me, man. Listen, tough loss for them boys. Did you guys hear me earlier? Did you guys hear my monologue earlier? Did you guys hear me beefing? Thumbs up if you guys heard me earlier. Or this is your first time seeing me. I don't know. LV's having little technical difficulties tonight. Yeah, you heard BQ for BK. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. I had to I don't know. It was weird. It said I wasn't live. I don't know. I just want to make sure. I apologize. Okay, cool. So I don't have to go back what I was saying. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me, man. Tough loss to them boys, 124 to 107. Captain, 31.6 assists. The Big Cat, 15 points, 12 rebounds. BQ from BK. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. Everybody, when you come through, please hit that like button, man. Listen, tough loss. Listen, guys, look, man. It's a back-to-back. You're going to have tough games like this sometimes. And, I don't know. I don't know. Are you guys upset about this loss? I'm not really too bothered by this loss at all. I thought there was a lot of shots that we missed that we should have been knocking down. I thought the Magic really got after it. But it wasn't to the point to where I felt like they're so much better than us. Like it didn't feel that way at all to me. I just felt like Big Tash, what's going on, man? Disc Rover, thank you for that, man. Yeah, I don't know, something's crazy. Sorry. Thank you, Disc Rover. Big Tash, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. Yeah, but I'm not even upset about this loss. I'm not. It's a back-to-back. The Magic caught us, and what they did is they came in with an aggressive nature. Let me say this to you. All right, this is LV just being honest. When I saw that number line in Vegas, and it was 3.5 after we blew out teams back to back. I said, okay. I said something to watch here. I saw that number line come out. I said 3.5. I said, uh-oh. So I'm not surprised by tonight's result. Orlando was allowed to be physical. They were allowed to grab and do whatever they could. They were allowed to push. And it felt like every little thing that the Knicks did, they got a foul was being called. And that's kind of like my only thing. And I think it can easily be fixed. Like, Orlando was just being so much more physical than the Knicks. They wanted it more than the Knicks. I don't know about that. I think certain things were being allowed. And when the Knicks tried to kind of facilitate to do the same thing, it felt like that wasn't being allowed to. Because for us to be like, we were in the penalty in every quarter. Fast. Like we were in the penalty early in the third, and we were in the penalty early in the fourth. Cat had 5 fouls. Brunson had 5 fouls. Mitch had 4 fouls. Like, it was our wings were garbage. Like, it just was one of those games. And I just said, okay. And to be honest with you, it was the second quarter. Second quarter is really kind of what got off the rails for us. We lost that second quarter 32-19. And then guys were just missing shots, man. Guys were just missing shots. But it looked like they did have tired legs. It looked like a back-to-back. But I also think that certain things also too just weren't, because you saw the guys complaining. Like you could see the guys complaining, like Brunson and those guys, even Cat, that flop that Jonathan Isaacs had, and they called that on Towns. Towns looked at him. I thought Towns was going to get attacked, but he was looking at the ref like, "Yo, come on, man, are you kidding me?" There was that one move where Franz Wagner threw the elbow and it hit Shaman in the face. They didn't call. He leans his head back, hits Brunson in the face. They call a foul on Brunson. Brunson has 5 fouls. I'm like, yo, I've never seen Brunson have 5 fouls. Never. And so, it happens, man. It happens. You know what I mean? And I think the Magic took advantage of a tired Knicks team. And they were able to push him around tonight and pull out the victory tonight. And that's basically what happened. That's basically what I saw tonight. Big Taz says, wow. Are you saying it's a conspiracy, LV? Nah, I'm not saying that, Big Taz. I'm not saying it's conspiracy. I'm just saying Vegas's number was a 3.5 today after we've been blowing teams out left and right. Ooh, makes you think about some things. That's all I'm saying. So anytime we got a bit of momentum and got to run, refs shut it down. This Rover, listen, I'm not going to say that, this Rover, okay? I'm going to let you say that. But the whistle, yeah. Whenever they came down and just was throwing some nonsense up, Desmond Bain throwing up nonsense, a whistle's blown. I said, yo, come on. Come on. This can't be real, but it is. That's basically what was going on today. And it's a tough game. It's a tough game. Listen, the Knicks have been on a roll. They won 5 in a row at home. And they're now currently 7-4. Get a day's rest off, man. I think you're going to see a better team Friday against Miami. So that's something we got to look forward to. But tonight was an ugly game too. Ugly game because Orlando was turning over left and right. They were passing it all over the place. And I was like, okay. And I said to myself, these guys stink. They're not that good. They're really not. And you see the points is 124. That came later, man. That was like garbage time. A minute left. Brown, which I loved, he took out the starters, took everybody out. It was like, I think it was like maybe 2 minutes left in the game. And that's when Orlando started kind of, adding on points here. Because I believe it was really like 107 or 101 or 100 to like 112 or something like that. Like, they started adding on points. Because the Knicks didn't lose by 17. It was a closer game. But I think that's what it came down to, man. It just, it was just tired legs. And they were able to kind of be aggressive with the Knicks. And the Knicks couldn't really get it back here. All right, this girl over here says, bad game, tired legs, nobody could buy a bucket, and the refs, as per usual, let the other team clobber us while we can't breathe on them. See, this Rover, I didn't see that comment earlier. I'm going to let you say it, not me. But yeah, you know what I mean? It just hey, man, you win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. But, Vegas's number was 3.5. This Grover. Khaled Pasha says, I hear everybody talking crazy about Cat, but 5 first-round picks had 6 points tonight. Like, what are you talking about? Khaled Pasha. Are you going to let one game destroy this guy? He's been killing as of late. He had a bad game. It happens, man. It happens. He had a bad game. OG Anunoby had, 8 points tonight? He it's just one of those games, man. It happens. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Tough loss to them boys. To the Orlando Magic, 124-107. The captain, 31.6 assists. Yeah, man. Tough loss, man. Let me go bring up the stats here, man. Bring up the stats. Stats are crazy, man. Stats are crazy. It was a nasty game, man. Nasty game. Nasty game. Let me pull it up for you guys real quick. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man, on this back-to-back game. Let me pull this up for you guys. Truly appreciate it. Also, to everybody coming through, please hit that like button for me. I truly appreciate you guys rocking with me. Okay. Okay. All right. So here's the stats here, guys. Let me go here, make sure we're good. All right. Here's the stats here. So as you see there, right, Paulo, he came out with like a groin injury, man. So you see his numbers. Wagner was getting busy. He had 28. Wendell had 13. He was playing well too. Wendell Carter. He was playing well, knocking down timely buckets. Bain had 22. Suggs had 14. But Black had 17 off the bench. That was big for them. Bataze, he always plays well. He had 10. The Silva. I mean, a couple guys coming and knocking down shots, man. Knocking down shots. Guys were getting rebounds left and right. It was a total team effort for them, man. You got to give them credit. But look at our numbers, guys. Look at everyone. I mean, Bridges only played 28 minutes tonight. Mitch 17. Brunson played 37. He had 31. OG played 34 minutes. He had 8 points, 4 rebounds. OG was, but once again, right, 3 personal fouls on him. It was a weird game, man. But once again, it felt like tired legs, to you guys' point. Cat played 35 minutes. He had 15 and 12. He couldn't really get in rhythm either. He just couldn't. You know what I mean? Hence, you see the 5 fouls, right? Yabusele only 5 minutes. He didn't really do much. Clarkson played 11 minutes, 5 points. Josh Hart, 18. Josh played good, but he once again, he couldn't get in rhythm neither, man. I thought Shamet was solid tonight. I would have liked Shamet to get a little bit more minutes tonight. Right? Maybe like somewhere between the 30s. I thought when he came in and took Brunson out, Brunson came in and took him out, I would have liked to see Shamet stay in and Deuce come out. Because I thought Shamet was solid tonight. Tonight was a game Shamet should have got a little bit more minutes, maybe 30-something minutes. All right, so let me go here to the stats really quick. Okay, so as you see here, right, guys, take a look, right? So they shot 48% from the field. We shot 44%, right? But you see the 3-point percentage. They shot 12 for 33 or 11 for 36. They didn't shoot that much better. These threes that was towards the end. Like it's pretty much the same. They didn't play offensively. They weren't that much better than us. They weren't, and we play like dog crap. That tells me how much better of a team we are than these guys. But the free throws is the key. Look at this, guys. 28 to 33. We were 18 for 23. They shot 10 more free throws. That's the ball game. That's the ball game. Give or take a couple of shots here and there, but that's the ball game, guys. Rebounds, they got our rebound. That's 49-37. Assists, 29-20. Steals, look, same thing. Blocks, same thing. Turnovers, same thing. You see it, 20 points that they got over turnovers. We got 17. Fast break points, 20 to our 19. Same thing. Points in the paint, 50 to 48. The fouls started getting better towards the end, but that's after they already had a lead, 23 to 25. The fouls for both teams, but that doesn't really show you the real breakdown of really truly the game. Because the free throws tell you if the fouls are even, then how the heck are they shooting 10 more free throws than us? The math ain't mathing, man. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Joe Brown, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, Joe Brown, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew tonight. Tough loss to them boys, 124 to 107. The Big Cat, 15 points, 12 rebounds. Joe Brown says, nah, LV, losing to the Magic is just nasty work, bro. Listen, man, look, man. This is a nasty game today, man. Everything. Everything. It just was a nasty game. You see the stats, right? The stats are disgusting, man. And you see what they beat us by. Like that, it doesn't even add up to really truly what the game really was about. It really doesn't. Okay, Disc Rover says, yeah, and Mikel's been balling, man. He's like, yo, that's what I'm saying, Disc Rover. I didn't agree with that statement earlier. Like, like it's okay, man. It's okay. It's a back-to-back, guys. It's all right. It's a back-to-back. And I thought, all right, let me tell you this. I think it's smart of Orlando to do what they did. It's a back-to-back. They came up, they got in the Knicks' chest, and they got physical. They were grabbing, they were pushing. The Knicks have tired legs, and they were able to be the more physical team, and the refs allowed them to be the more physical team. The refs allowed them. They set the tone. And I'm okay with that. Like, I love the fact that they set the tone, and so the Knicks had to wake up because it's a back-to-back. They had to kind of get their sea legs right. The problem I have is that just when the Knicks started getting physical, the refs were calling. Like, and it was just like, yo, come on, man. Like, it's got to be the same whistle both ends. If they're allowed to kind of push and grab, you got to allow us to do the same thing. Like, it can't be these guys are flopping or doing nonsense, and you just letting it. You can't do that. And that's where I felt the Knicks just couldn't get in rhythm because of the fouls. Now, I showed you the fouls, 25-23. But it didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like that watching the game. It felt like when the Knicks were trying to get momentum, then the Magic got a foul call. And now a person would say, right, well, you got to give credit to the Magic, right? The Magic's putting pressure on the Knicks. They're going to the free throw line. That's on the Knicks. Yeah, I agree with that. But just like the refs are swallowing their whistle on the other end, they can swallow their whistle on the other end, but they're not going to do that. Listen, I've played in games, guys, numerous times in my life where the refs dictate the game, right? They dictate the pace of the game. You can be as fast as you want, but if they're calling fouls left and right, they're going to slow down the game. So it takes you out of your rhythm a bit. And depending on how it's called, it's going to favor one team, meaning if one team is physical, they like a lot of fouls being called, they like the slow pace of the game, then they're going to love the whistle. Right? So once again, they dictate how the game is being played, how it's called. They can speed up the game, they can slow it down. And I felt like when the Knicks were trying to kind of get their win up, they were trying to get their legs back, go on a little flurry, score 9 in a row, then they would come down, a foul would be called. And I'll be like, yo, come on, man. Like, it was just insane. Eric Green says, LV, I told you last night I was concerned about this game and that team. Eric Green, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, and you did say that last night. Salute to you, sir. You did say that. And I mentioned it earlier, Eric Green. When I saw that number was 3.5 in Vegas, I kind of was like, that doesn't look good, right? So, listen, where Vegas where Vegas wants, Vegas gets. And as you guys know, in Vegas, what do they say? The house always wins. If you guys have ever been to Vegas or been to Atlantic City or anywhere, the house always wins, man. Especially when you're playing blackjack or poker, the house always wins. So, so they came in and caught they got snuffed tonight. Knicks got snuffed. Gravity says, I hope the Magic don't think that they are better. No way. They're not a better team than us. Not at all. Not at all. They gotta muck up the game. Like, it's gotta look like garbage. Like, the game just didn't feel right tonight, right? It wasn't a well-played game. Like, it was a very nasty game. A lot of hacking, grabbing, guys just pushing around, being like, you know what I mean? Like they have to do that in order to make it a game, make it a ball game. Like, they got to do that. They don't have enough firepower offensively to really be able to hang with us. Like, they just don't. So they got to grab, push, do whatever, get in the passing lanes like they do, which is fine. But a lot of stuff is fouls too. But if the refs don't call it and they allow them to be physical, that's exactly what they want. They want to make the game physical and dirty. That's what they want. But no, they're not even close to being better than us. This one versus Wendell Carter stuck his. Did you see what happened with him and Brunson right before the half ended? And he's got his forearm, and Brunson's trying to grab him because he's not trying to let the dude slam him on the ground with his forearm. So Brunson's holding him. Then he just Brunson shoves him out of bounds. They call that a double foul on him and on Brunson. You couldn't make this up. I said, there's no way. There's no way. Tough night for them boys. Tough night for them boys, man. Tough night for them boys. This shows that Josh was killing us in the first half. Yeah, he's got to continue to shoot it, man. He knocked out a couple of tonight, but if he misses one, he can't be afraid to shoot the next one. And it's like it feels like sometimes he does that. Like you know what I mean? He's like he shoots one and he's just like, you know. Yeah, so tough loss, man. Tough loss tonight. It's okay though. Gonna have games like that sometimes. All right, guys. Listen, let's hear from the coach, man. Let's hear from the coach. A game like this sometimes gets the coach through. Coach, I don't know why, but coaches like games like this. I remember us losing games and coach would be smiling like in practice. And I'm like, yo, man, what are you laughing at? It was so funny. Nothing's funny. We just got our asses kicked. And you're laughing. Like, you know what I mean? But coach love this because they want to be able to say, you know, see, this is why, you know, you got to do this. Like when they're playing the back to film. You know what I'm saying? From the game. So it gives them a reason to kind of say, well, this is why I say this. Coaches love games like this. And if you notice, okay, Mike Brown didn't seem animated. If this was Tibbs would be losing it. Tibbs would be losing it. Okay, so let's Mike Brown. Yeah, let me pull this up really quick for you guys.
You well learned from your team during this
we're getting a little better, you know. These guys are willing to grow and try to do what's best for the team while not getting too high or too low. They're a group that tries to pay attention to the detail, you know, of everything that we're throwing at them. And I think they genuinely want each other to have success.
Okay, give me 1 second because I think this is what Mike Brown was talking about earlier. I don't think this is after the games. Give LB 1 second, man. Make sure I got a lot of technical difficulties tonight, man. Let me get this right. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming to rock with me tonight, man. Tough loss on them boys. 124 to 107. Yeah, this is earlier, man. This is earlier video. Hold on, let me bring up the video after the game, man. Okay, listen to Mike Brown, man. Okay, 1 second here. I'll pull this up for you guys. Just had them too. Let's see where it was at. 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Trying to pull this up for you guys. Give me 1 second, man. Once again, man, it's crazy night, man. Technical difficulties for LV tonight, man. I'm having a hard time here tonight, man. Let me see here, man. Once again, LV apologizes, man. Trying to get some things fixed here on the fly, as you see. me see here. All right, I'm gonna have to bring it up in a minute. Just give me 1 second. Let me go back. Let me go in the chat, man. See what everybody's talking about, man. Once again, I apologize, man. Okay. Oh, Disc Grove, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's some things. I'm like, once again, it's a lot of technical stuff, man. I'm trying to work out, man. Trying to work out some things technically. Disc Grove, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get all that rectified, sir. Appreciate that, Disc Grover. Thank you for that, man. Got everybody looking out for LV, man. Appreciate that, man. On my day ones. Guys coming through the clutch looking out for me, man. It's truly appreciated. Hey guys, really quick, what did you think about how are you guys like right now? Like, tough loss, it happens. I'm okay about it. How do you guys feel about Yabusele, man? I mean, he's not getting no minutes. Right? Like, how do you guys feel about that, man? Like, he only got 5 minutes tonight. And this is supposed to be a guy that's supposed to be a major contributor for the Knicks coming off the bench. Right? And so when you see that happening, you're kind of watching. I don't want to say the Knicks made a bad decision with that deal. It's still early. But it's not the return is not looking good, right? Is it me? He's not that's why I'm mentioning guys like Diawara. That's why I'm mentioning guys like that. Because my thing is that if you're not going to really get much from this guy, because of whatever, I don't know, you don't feel like he fits well with whatever Mike Brown is doing, then we got to kind of make some decisions here. We got to make some decisions with that because I don't, I don't know. Like as I'm watching him play and I'm kind of seeing what he struggles defensively. Let's be honest. He can't move his feet. And he doesn't have really an offensive game, right? And he's not athletic. Like he isn't. He's a throwback player. Like he's like a throwback. Like I can't even say a Charles Oakley, man, because he don't even rebound either. Like he doesn't even hit the glass. So it's kind of like, all right, well, what is he good at? Like what is he gonna? What, you know what I'm saying? Like so. As I'm watching the game, I'm like, all right, I'm watching this guy. Let me see. He can't give you anything. He only played 5 minutes tonight, guys. When Mitch didn't play last game, how many minutes did he play last game? I'm gonna check right now. I don't even think he played that many minutes last game. You know what I mean? I don't think he played a lot last game, man. Like his minutes and everything. So it's starting to. It's not looking good, man, for him regarding him. You know what I mean? It's just not. Yabusele played 15 minutes last game. 15 minutes. And maybe you could probably say, okay, he played that much because Mitch didn't play, right? Which is fine. But I mean, but still, man, come on, man. And so the frustrating part about it is that if he's not going to give you anything, like anything, I mean, he didn't have no rebounds tonight. Because how big is Yabusele? About 6'7"? Diawara is about what? 6? What is it? 6'9"? And if you need more size, maybe have an Akaporte out there. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Akaporte can help on the glass, but he struggles with rebounding too. You know what I'm saying? So it's ill, man. It's ill because I'm watching. I'm like, yo, I don't know about this guy, man. This Rover says, man, Brown's probably waiting for him to slim down. I don't know, man. This Rover, man, but we ain't got time to be waiting on him, man. Eric Green says because he's not playing well, he should be better. New York isn't for everybody. Eric Green, you might be on to something, but I don't know also too if the offense and what we do here fits what he can do. But then again, what can he do? Right? Like what is he? Because he's not big enough to he's not big enough and athletic enough to play the 5. So that's why I joked maybe like remember at the beginning of the season, I said, yo, you want him or you want Precious back? Because at least you know with Precious, he's going to defend, he's going to block shots, he's going to rebound, and he's great in the transition. You know, Precious runs the floor. Right? So that's the thing with that. This Rover says, I had no idea what happened to Yabu over the summer. He looked way lighter on his feet, and even in those EuroLeague games. This Rover, let me ask you something. I'm glad you mentioned that. Do you think it's really smart for these guys to play in these EuroLeague games? You understand what I'm saying? Because maybe, listen, maybe he's got a lot of like wear and tear on his body, man. You know what I mean? Like you got like maybe that's what it is. You know, you get because most players, if they're not in the summer league or anything like that, they're not playing during the summer. They're like taking that time off because it's a lot on your body, 82 games. So for him to leave that and go straight to the Euro League, that he might be tired, man. His legs might be shot. You can't go from 82 games to that. Like that's, and I get it, you know what I mean? Like they didn't really do anything. They didn't really go far in the playoffs or nothing. I get all that stuff with Philly. Did they even make it? Did they even make it to the play-in game? I'm not sure. I don't. But I'm just saying, right? It's just, but he doesn't look right. He doesn't look right at all. All right, guys, let's try this again. Okay, I think we're good now. I got the coach here. All right, let's tighten up here. LV's having a tough night tonight, man. Just like the Knicks. All right, here we go. All right, let's listen to Mike Brown and break down tonight's game.
We didn't do. First of all, you got to give them credit. Jamal Mosley and the rest of Orlando Magic, they kicked our ass. It's as simple as that. They came out with a physical presence that we didn't handle well. We talked about them getting to the free throw line. They've done a really, really good job at it. They've been averaging around 34 free throws a game, and they basically hit their average. On top of that, you know, against a good team, you have to win the possession game in order to give yourself a chance to win the game. And we got our ass kicked in that, 30-19. Basically, that's about free throw attempts plus offensive rebounds minus turnovers. So give those guys a lot of credit. We didn't do. First of all, you got to give them credit.
Well, he's going to do what a coach does. So I'm not mad at him for saying the things that he said. At all, because that's what coaches do, right? You got to give credit to the other team. They came in there and they took it. They came in there and they took it. And they leaned on a tired Knicks team that looked tired, right? Tired legs, and a lot of guys' shots were flat, right? So they leaned on that, and their physicality really what led to a lot of different things. Now, he's not going to say what I feel, you know what I mean? Because he's not going to do that because he's going to be a good coach. He's going to give the head coach, Dwayne Casey, I think it's Dwayne Casey, right? He's going to give him some credit for how he had his team ready to go. They were already in New York when the Knicks were playing last night. They were already in town. So they were chilling and probably watching the game from their hotel room, what the Knicks were doing, right? So they were able to get revved up and be ready to go and kind of, meet us and kind of attack the situation and be super aggressive and catch us on a back-to-back, which happens. But like he said, all the complaining and stuff like that, I get it. And listen, here's the thing, guys. He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. Right? But as a player, because I'm speaking as a player too, guys, not just as a coach or as a fan. I'm speaking as a player. Watching the game, I saw what was going on. I saw what was being allowed and what was being called and how stuff like that takes you off your rhythm. It just does as a player. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, because there's been times in games I'm driving to the rack. I'm getting pulled by the neck. My jersey's getting scratched. I'm getting scratched in my hand. I'm getting swiped and smacked, and they're not calling nothing. I'm defending the guy, and I bump him a little bit. They blowing a whistle. It as a player, it makes you want to blow your gasket. Like, it just does. Like, you kind of lose it for a second, but you have to recompose yourself because you're saying to the ref, yo, man, are you not watching the game? Look at my arm. There's a couple of times I showed the ref my arm, the scratches I got on it. I'm like, my man, you're not calling that down there. I bump him a little bit. I'm getting that. So you have to really refocus and recalibrate, be mentally strong, and be able to stay composed and play through that. And nights like this is good for that because you learn that through the year, through the season. Right? And that's the beauty of this, man. That's the beauty of it. It's all learning experiences. So a coach like him, he loves stuff like this because it gives him an opportunity to tell his team, yeah, see, they came in here, excuse my language, they kicked your ass. Now let's see how you guys respond. Coaches love that. They do that all the time. My coach used to do it all the time. I used to be like, oh, man. And I'll be tight, too. I'm like, I don't want to hear that right now. I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? I'm in my feelings right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how it will be. I'll be tight. But, you know, I get it. I get what he's saying. And I can't be mad at that. But as a player, because that's the lens I'm looking at it through, it's frustrating. It really is. Because you're trying to get your footing, right? You're trying to get your footing and you're trying to meet them where they're at with their physicality, right? You're trying to get into the game because you see how the game's being called. You see how they're playing. So you're saying, okay, cool. You get back in the huddle with your team. You grab guys by the jersey. You say, you listen, look, they coming at it. Listen, they playing hard. We're going to play hard too. Let's go back and forth. We cool with that. And so when you don't get the same calls as the other team, it kind of throws you off as a player. But that's where you have to become mentally strong. And that's what games like this teaches this team about stuff like that, which they already know. But under this coach and under this new guidance and this new system and new way of doing things, it's a change. It's a little different. And so they have to kind of, you know, get it back. And I think that Orlando took advantage of that, of how the game was being called, how the game was being played, and used that to their advantage because that's where they're best at, playing in a monkey game like this. And, you know, and they pulled it out with a great win today, man. 124-107, man. You got like Coach said, you got to give him credit, man. But I love stuff like this because that's when you say, you know, that's when you say to yourself, I got to get back. Let's hear from the coach right here, man. Breaking down the game once again.
But the thing that I was most disappointed in was in the first half, everything that happened on the court, we blamed the officials. And that was disappointing to see because we were the culprits of a lot of stuff that happened out on the floor. 6 of their first 8 points came from the free throw line, and we fouled them. I couldn't even use a challenge because we were fouling. And if one of our keys is to play physical without fouling, but the first 6 points or first 3 or 4 possessions that they have start at the free throw line, then we're not giving ourselves a chance and we're letting them feel comfortable with the way that they play.
Mm-hmm.
So take my hat off to Mosley, Jamal Mosley, and the rest of his staff and their team because they came in and they took the game from us, starting with their physicality.
Boom. Boom. Did LV Live not just say that? I think I'm in the locker room, man. I think I'm in the locker room. I told you guys. Listen, he just told you, man. He said he was disappointed because of how they reacted to the calls, right? And how the game was being called. And he said it was hard because and that's what I told you as a player. Like, that's what I'm saying through the lens of a player. You see what's happening on the other end. So I agree with him, but then I don't. Once again, through the lens of a player, because I hear what he's saying. He says, and I'm glad he said this. He said the first couple of possessions, they scored 6 points and they went to the line. Boom, right then and there, the refs let you know how they were going to call the game. So as a player, you're saying to yourself, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. because it's going to be a physical game, no problem with me. So when you go back on your end and you go into the rack, you're doing the same thing, and they're not calling it. That's where I said earlier, as a player, you want to blow your gasket because you're like, yo, man, listen, it's okay. You're going to let them rock, and you're going to call every little thing, and they're at the free throw line every time you breathe on them. But they're grabbing and scratching us. We can't get the same call. Now, Mike Brown saying, okay, and we were fouling them. That's cool. I get that. But they were also fouling us, but the rest was swallowing their whistle. They were letting things rock. That's where, as a player, you get frustrated. So that's where the complaints coming in. But what he's trying to teach him, which I agree with, is to be mentally tough and play through that. Mentally tough and play through that. And so that's what he's trying to get his team to understand because, like he said, I'm sorry, I said Dwayne Casey, Jamal Mosley, sorry. His team came in here. They came in here with the mindset. And I don't know, did you guys hear Paulo's comments? I heard Paulo's comments earlier when he talked about the game. He said, yo, we're going to come in here. We're going to take it to them. We're going to be the aggressors in the beginning. So he said this earlier when they were interviewing him before the game. They were talking to Paulo. So they were letting it be known, we're going to come in here. We're going to be super physical. And we're going to take it to them. So my thing is, all right, cool. If it's going to be physical, let it be physical. But if it's a one-sided physical thing, and we're fouling them, yes, but they're also fouling us, it's kind of like, yo, come on, man. Come on, man. But like Coach said, he's going to give them credit because they came in here and they kicked your you-know-what. And listen, that's a ball game. It's not really anything special. Like, it's nothing like, I don't know, like to try to figure out, like, what are the Knicks do? That's it. That's really it. It's nothing more, nothing less. You know, and so, you know, it is what it is, man. Listen to Coach one more time, man. Coach is nailing it, man. I have to give him credit, man. He's kind of, I like that he's straightforward with it because then he holds their feet to the fire as a team. He just does. James Matthews, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, James Matthews. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. Let's reset the room tonight, man. Tough loss for them boys. 5-game winning streak has ended. The Knicks go to 7-4, losing tonight to the Magic 124-107. The captain, 31.6 assists. Went down today with that sprained ankle. I think he's fine now. He was able to walk off, man. So I think he'll be okay for Friday. Knowing him, he'll be ready to go. The big cat had 15 points, 12 rebounds. Tough loss to the Knicks, man. Now, like I said, their 5-game winning streak is snapped, and they are no longer undefeated at home. They're currently 7-4 on the season. They have Miami Friday night. I will be going live after that, so please come through and check that out. Okay, so let's listen to the coach again, man. Coach is nailing it, man. He's nailing it. He's letting them know, man. He's letting them know. That's good for players, man, because they don't like hearing stuff like that. And so it gets them motivated to play, all right, we're going to be ready next game.
No, you know, we're a no excuse team. And if we're a no excuse team, we got to go play the right way as best we can and not lay the blame anyplace else except square on us. So it doesn't matter if we play 3 games in a row. We got to go figure it out. And if we can't, maybe I need to go deeper into the bench and play guys lesser minutes. You know, maybe that's where I can help them, but we can't sit here and say, well, we played last night and they did this and no, go win the game, play the right way, leave it on the floor. And if you leave it on the floor the right way, you're not going to win them all. Then you take an L, move on to the next one. I just didn't think that we did a great job doing what we're supposed to do to set the tone, especially at the beginning of the game.
Hey, listen, this guy is I see why he nailed the interview, man. He's knocking it out the park, man. He really is. He's a perfect he's a good coach, man. He's a good coach. He's a good coach, like because he's putting a smack dab on the player's shoulders to where it was going to motivate them to want to play better next game. And I love what he said. He said, "Yo, look, if you tired, then that means I need to go deeper into the bench. That's the problem. If you can't play a back-to-back, then basically what he's saying is that you don't need to be in this league because that's what it is. So play, leave it all on the floor, play hard the right way. You're not going to win them all, but at least you'll come out to where it could be a much better, game than this." So he's in his own way, he's motivating the players. He's motivating them to play better. And I think he might have to go deeper in the bench too. I'm really convinced about giving, Yabu something about giving Akporde or Diawara his minutes, man. Because he's not even getting rebounds. Like he's not like, what I mean? Like, what is he like, And if he's 6'8", this Rover, you said he's 6'8", 260. That's the same size as Diawara. So Diawara is a wing. He can knock down threes. And he can defend. He's long and he's athletic. More athletic than Yabusele. I'm just saying that's a possibility, man. Something to think about. Eric Green says, we will see a different team, a different Knicks team Friday. They'll be ready to get back at the Heat. I think so too, man. I think so too. I think you're definitely going to see a different team, a better team. I think we're going to be ready to go. But I love what he's saying, though, man. I love what he's saying as a coach. I love what he's saying, man. I love what he's saying. I truly do, man. He's nailing it because what he's doing is saying like no excuses. You got your bucks kicked. Basically, excuse my language. You got your ass kicked. Now what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There's no excuses out here. That's it. You gotta play better. That's it. You gotta play better, and that's it. And he's not lying, guys. He's right on with it. He's right on. I don't know. What do you guys think about Brunson, man? You think Brunson's going to be okay, man? It's a little concerning, right? He was, he was getting beat up tonight, man. He was getting beat up a lot tonight. So we got to see exactly what his status is going to be. Also, too, you think Mitch plays Friday, or he sits Mitch? Because remember, we got Miami again Sunday, I believe, but it's not a back-to-back though. It'll be in between games. So we got to kind of see exactly what that looks like. But listen, guys, tough loss, man. Tough loss. I'm looking at it right now. Per Ian Begley, oh man, James Edwards just said that oh man, here we go. Not looking good. I'm bringing it up for you guys right now. One second, guys. Okay, so it's not looking good, guys. I'm pull this up for you guys. So James Edwards III. You guys can read that. I gotta pull it up for you guys. I'm sorry. He said that Jalen Brunson left MSG in a walking boot and crutches. Oh man, that's what it says right there. James Edward III. I don't know if that's looking good for Friday. To be honest with you, I think we can still beat them, but I don't. You think he plays? I don't think he plays Brunson. I don't think he plays Brunson. I think Brunson sits. I think he's going to sit him. He's not going to push. See, Tibbs would push Brunson. Tibbs would push Brunson. He would push Brunson to the brink. Right? Let's take a look here. They got it right here on let's bring it up right here. What happened? Pull it up for you guys. I don't think Mike Brown's not going to play. This is what happened. This is the play right here. Let me play it for you guys. Turn the volume off here. Play it for you guys right here. This is right at the end of the game. This was a minute and 57 left. Right, he was probably thinking about getting his guys out. And this is Brunson coming down right now. He steps on his foot and just boom. So he's limping. He's kind of looking. He's nodding. He's all right. He's nodding. He's okay. But here goes right there. See him? He steps on what's the name's foot. Boom, right there. The right ankle. You see it right there, right? Slow motion. Boom. You see him roll it? Those are the worst too. Then he fouls. Look, and he walks right off the court. Walks right into the back. I don't know. He might be out for a couple of games. They're gonna listen, guys. Listen, look. The way things are this year, how they feeling about everything, they're not going to rush their players, like especially Brunson, right? They're not going to force these guys to play more than what they should play. Like they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that at all. So I doubt Brunson plays Friday, and I doubt he plays Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in a walking boot and crutches. He might tell the guys he's ready to play, but I don't know if they're going to because they got bigger goals here, man. They got bigger goals. And with this team, the goal is the playoffs and to make it far in the playoffs. And, they're not really chasing wins, as Mike Brown said, because he knows this team is good enough to make it to the playoffs and be a top seed. That's not the problem. But I won't be surprised if Brunson's out for a couple of games. Just to sit him, just to rest him. I just wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, man. I don't know. This Grover says, yes, he's out Friday. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back, man. I think he's done. I think he's going to be out for a couple of games, I think. If he's in a walking boot with crutches, if they say he walked out on his own power with a little limp, I'm like, all right, cool. But he's in a walking boot and crutches. Walking boot is so you don't need crutches. If anybody's ever been injured before. I had both. And walking boot, they don't, they give you that so you can walk in it. That's why. So you can still walk and still keep have compression on it. But if you got crutches, that means they don't even want you using a walking boot. So it doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure about that. Tough, man. Tough. I don't know what's going to happen to the captain. I think he's going to be out for a couple of games. They're not going to rush him back. They're just not. They're not going to rush him back. They're not going to try to push the matter with him. They're just not. All right, so listen, here's Mikal Bridges, man, talking. He had a tough night tonight, one of his tougher nights tonight. Listen to Mikal, man. Listen to Mikal. I think he's saying the same thing Mike Brown was saying. Okay, let's listen to Mikal, man. Listen to what Mikal is saying.
Everything has been so smooth for you guys over the last 4 or 5 during this winning streak. When you guys seem to face adversity, does it just seem like frustration with the officials, frustration with turnovers? Just kind of feel like guys get caught up in that.
Yeah, gotta leave refs alone. Even if there's fouls or something, everybody make mistakes. You just gotta get, let it go and bring energy to the other end. So, yeah.
Guys, listen, am I not in the locker room? I'm telling you, I'm telling you guys, as a player, the lens that they're looking at it through. I told you guys earlier. And these guys are saying, he said you got to leave the refs alone because that's what happens. I'm telling you, it gets in your head. I can't stress to you guys enough how much as a player it drives you berserk, man. It drives you berserk. And you have to refocus. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. Especially when you go into the rep and showing that you got blood coming out of your hands. You got scratches on your arm. Your jersey is ripped. You're looking at the ref like, yo, my man, what are you looking at? And they just be sitting there with their whistle in their mouth going just, baby, that's their bitch, right? That's what they do all the time. And you there was a couple of times, true story, LB story time. There was a couple of times the ref had to sub my coach had to sub me out, man. He had to sub me out. I had to kind of sit at the end of the bench, kind of drink some water, put my towel on my head, and just kind of refocus. Because you get so frustrated because you're like, yo, man, because it's hard to get in the rhythm of the game. And that's why they say sometimes don't let the refs get you out of your game and get you out of your flow. It happens, though, man, to the best of us. And it takes you out of the flow. It does. So you have to refocus. But you see the coach saying that, right? You see Mikel coming out and saying it. What did he say? He said, sometimes people make mistakes too, man. It's time. He's letting you know that the refs had a terrible night. But he's like, yeah, but you got to be focused and you got to play a game. Right? He's telling you, man. Tough night, man. Tough night. Also, too, a tough night for Big Cat, too, man. Big Cat had a tough night, too, man. He could not get off the way he wanted to, man. He just couldn't. And guys, listen, I'm being honest with you guys. It was all the second quarter. The first quarter, they won by 7, right? So it was 30-23. That third quarter, we won 31-29. Fourth quarter, 34-33. But that second quarter, we lost 32-19. And that's where things just kind of went off the rails, man. It was crazy calls, and it just guys just couldn't get refocused after that. And I think that's pretty much was the ball game, and that's what happened. There's a reason why Mikel is saying that stuff and kind of doing the coach speak, and that's what happens. Isaiah Costa, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Tough loss to them boys tonight. 124-107 to the Orlando Magic. The captain, 31 points, 6 assists. Isaiah Costa says, what's up, LV, man? Did you see the tweet about Jalen in a walking boot and crutches? Agreed. I saw about James Edwards III. I just spoke about it. I think he's going to be out, Isaiah. I think he's going to be out a couple of games. I don't think they're not going to rush him back. There's no reason to. If this is Tibbs, he's playing next game. He's playing. Tibbs is going to tell the doctors he's good, right? He's good. No. He doesn't need a walking boot. He's good. Ice it up. He'll be back. He'll be ready for Friday. He'll be playing. But I will say this. I would not be surprised if the captain says, no, I'm playing tonight. I'm good. I'm playing. I would not be surprised if he pushes the envelope and says, I'm good. I'm playing. Because he's got that fire in his belly. So I wouldn't be surprised if Brunson does that. But I wouldn't be surprised if his dad steps in and says, no, chill out. We have the whole season. We got to keep you healthy. Right? Because Brunson still got that tip stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's programmed that way. But I wouldn't be surprised. I'll put it like this. I wouldn't be surprised if he sits out Friday, but he plays Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised. He's got that in his belly, man. I don't know. He's just, he's got that attack dog in him. And the way he played tonight, and the way we lost, Brunson's not happy. He's not happy. He's one of those guys, he don't like to lose. He don't like to lose. But let me ask you guys a question. If Kobe was here, right? If Kobe was here, what do you think Kobe does? You think Kobe plays Friday? I think the mama plays. Let's listen to Deuce, man. Deuce got to tighten up his handle, man. He got to go like He got to go to Chris Brinkley or something like that, man. Up there in Black Ops, man. Work on his handle, man. He's turning the ball over way too much. Way too much to be a guard, man. He's just too much. Listen to Deuce Money, man. Listen to what Deuce says.
The coach actually just said that they kicked our ass. That's basically the quote that they gave us. Did you feel like they came out and punched first?
Definitely. We didn't respond the way we should have. I feel like, you can blame it on the back-to-back excuses, but, there's none of that. They flat out kicked our ass.
So everybody's saying the same thing, man. They're starting to take on the attitude of this coach, which is really good, right? Everybody's pretty much saying the same thing. They understand that they have to get after it. And like once again, like was said earlier, I think you're going to see a better team come out on Friday. All right. But listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rock with me tonight. Listen, tough loss to the boys. 124-107. They go to 7-4 on the season. But let's try to get it back Friday against the Miami Heat. I will be going live then, so please come through and check out my show. All right. Once again, I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Right. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me and my crew, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, listen, I'm out of here. I will be back Friday night, so please come through and check out my live stream then for the Miami Heat game so we can get back in the winning column. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.